this is Doxy Mom, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, I greatly appreciate if you hit that little red subscribe button. You can ring the bell for notifications, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Well, Miss Cindy and I, we're here to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less, so let's get started. And first, I just want to give a shout out to my wonderful friends, the Kiernan family. They sent me this great Panthers jacket yesterday in the mail. It says Carolina Panthers down the side, and that was just so sweet of them to think of me. I mean, what a good, godly Christian family, and this family is just beautiful both inside and out, so I just wanted to say thanks, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Now, on with the news. Now, former White House Chief of Staff to George H.W. Bush, well, his name is John Sununu. He went on Fox to react to Hillary Clinton attacking Bernie Sanders. Now, Hillary went on CNN, but stopped short of throwing her endorsement to Joe Biden. Now, the former governor says that everything the Clintons do, there is a bigger purpose behind what is going on, and he hit the nail on the head, y'all. He goes on to say that Hillary wants to be the vice presidential nominee. Well, of course she does, John, and then John says that the party needs some assurance that Joe Biden will have some backup, and since the party laid hands on Hillary last time as the nominee, she probably feels that she can make the credible case that she would be the right person for the job. Now, Hillary bashed Bernie on CNN, nothing new there, and John says the purpose of this is for Biden to get the nomination. It's all structured around the Clinton agenda, not the agenda of the Democrat Party. Now, the interviewer asked, would Hillary even want to be the vice president? And I'm thinking to myself, what a dumb question. Of course she would. And then she would not stop there. Y'all, she wants to be president. We've known this for years. And you know what? If she would become president, she's going to bring in her new world order and just all kinds of chaos, and that's not going to happen. Anyway, the problem with Hillary is she has already lost. She just doesn't know it yet. And one day she will go to prison, and her husband's going with her. And I'll leave a link. Moving on, the New York Post is reporting on the coronavirus, along with every other news outlet out there, and nations are closing borders, stocks are plummeting, and a New York Times headline reads, the coronavirus has put the world's economy in survival mode. Now, guys, we need to quit panicking and look at the facts. Now, the facts are that the spread of the virus continues to slow, and there have only been 22 deaths out of 470 cases versus 18,000 Americans who have sadly died from the flu, and 34 million Americans who've had to suffer through the flu, according to the latest data from the CDC. Now, worldwide, there have been approximately 3,400 coronavirus deaths out of a little over 100,000 identified cases. Flu, by comparison, grimly reaps between 291,000 and 646,000 people worldwide annually. This is so sad. However, in China, where the virus originated, it accounts for over 80% of the cases and the deaths. Well, China's cases, they peaked, then they began declining more than a month ago, and subsequent countries will follow. Clearly, the flu is vastly more contagious than the new coronavirus, according to the World Health Organization, even though the fake news wants you to think otherwise. The coronavirus has afflicted fewer people in total than the flu does in days. With coronavirus, 0.2% of deaths occurred in people under the age of 40, where 14.8% occurred in people over the age of 80, and thank the good Lord above, no children aged 9 and under have died from the coronavirus. So this is good news, along with the fact that viruses hate warm and moist weather. That's why the flu dies out in America every year by May. And the Philippines, well, they're so hot and humid, they've had no coronavirus cases at all. So if people would just stop panicking, the MSM and the deep state would quit frightening people and just use some common sense, like wash your hands with hot soapy water and just don't shake hands with people this month. Then maybe the stock market would go back up, and because clearly the coronavirus is not the end of the world like the mainstream media is making it out to be. Guys, please don't fear. Just put your trust in Jesus and turn your life over to Him, and there is nothing to fear. God's got this. Just trust Him, and I'll leave a link. Well, as I was working on my report yesterday, my phone alerted me that 17 had dropped a couple of new messages. Post 3891 says, "Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing. Rig for red. Q." And post 3892 takes us to President Trump's Twitter, which says, "The Obama-Biden administration is the most corrupt administration in the history of our country." In tweet. Wow. Now that is a pretty bold statement from our president, and it makes you wonder, if something big's about to happen soon. Now, we know that statement is true. However, so many people still just don't get this. They don't understand it. I went to the Twitter, I was reading the comments under the president's tweet, and then I just had to stop because my blood pressure started going up. All I can say is that thankfully, one day people will see how truly evil Obama and others really are, and because they're evil people, y'all. Just everybody's not gotten that yet, but they will, and I'll leave a link. Now, LifeZ is reporting that the Dow lost over 2,000 points Monday morning as a price war between Russia and Saudi Arabia threatened to shake the world's markets. Now, fears of the economic problems associated with coronavirus also contributed to the loss. Thanks a lot, fake news. The situation became so dire that trading was temporarily suspended. The price for West Texas Intermediate crude oil, a bellwether indicator for oil prices, went down 33.8%. So that was a pretty large hit, y'all. Now, the oil war between the Russians and the Saudis flooded the supply and sent the cost of a barrel down to a low $27.34. So major oil companies all took major losses. Oh, so sad. Now, this article indicates that these developments could have an impact on President Trump being re-elected, and sure, he might lose a few votes from ignorant people who do not understand that A, this isn't President Trump's fault, B, just because the stock market has gone down does not mean that our economy is weak. A recession is not in our future. And C, President Trump is the only one who can turn all this around. So again, don't fear, guys. Remember, this is war. Things will probably get worse before they get better. But then, watch as America's harvest comes in. It's going to be glorious, and I'll leave a link. Now, Corey Feldman's documentary entitled Truth, the Rape of Two Coreys was supposed to air at 11 p.m. Eastern Time last night, and if you purchased a $20 ticket, which I did, the site, well, it crashed. Now, I don't know if it crashed because thousands of people tuned in at one time to watch, or the pedo powers that be were hacking in, or a combination of both. So, after staying up until midnight trying to see if the documentary would load, I just gave up, guys. Now, this morning on Twitter, people are slamming poor Corey, saying this was a stunt, and people are demanding their money back. Well, I don't want my money back. Oh, hang on, guys. Let me get Miss Valentine one to come in and say hello to everyone. Now, guys, I don't want my money back. I want to see the documentary. This is not a stunt. They have They had a live showing in Los Angeles last night. So Corey, he put out a link on Twitter this morning that takes you to an article, and I'm going to link the article. And in the article, it graphically describes, Indy, it's okay, baby. It graphically describes what happens to Corey Haim. Guys, he was raped by Charlie Sheen. Now, when Corey was 13, Sheen was 19. They were working together on a movie entitled Lucas that was made in 1985, and Corey Feldman admitted he wanted that role for himself, yet unfortunately his best friend Haim got the part and the rape happened. Now, according to the article, Feldman named 3 men he had previously accused of sexual abuse. A John Grissom, who's an actor who had small roles in License to Drive and Dream a Little Dream, co-starring both Coreys, nightclub owner Alfie Hoffman, and former talent manager Marty Weiss. He also said Dominic Briscali, a former actor and one-time friend of both Coreys, had sexually abused Haim. Guys, this is tragic. It's so very sad, and sexual abuse should never, ever happen to anyone, especially a child. Now, I'm praying for Corey Feldman. I'm praying for these abusers that they find Jesus, that they repent, and they get some help. And I will keep you posted if and when this documentary takes place. Well, I'm going to leave you with Matthew chapter 18, verse 6. If anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea. Verse 7, woe to the world because of the things that cause people to stumble. Such things must come, but woe to the person through whom they come. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, this is Doxy Mom, and God bless you all.